It's Caitlin, and the topic I chose was what does it mean to be an injured veteran in America? I picked this topic because throughout my entire lifetime, I've been through a lot of presentations and assemblies of meeting veterans and talking to them, especially this year with the history teachers putting together that conversation with the Vietnam War veterans. But also another thing that sparked my interest was about a weekish before we started this project. My family had a yard sale, and me and my brother met this veteran who told us basically not to join the military. It's very bad. He hated his time there, and overall just like really disliked it and just really packed it in that we should not join. This veteran was also injured. He was shot in the thigh, I believe, and his entire leg got switched around, and now he has to permanently walk with a cane, um, which he really hates. Originally, when we talked together, my topic was going to be injured veterans in combat, or injured veterans in combat, yeah. Um, but I took the decision to cut that out because while researching, I could not find a lot about the veterans in combat. Like, yeah, I could find combat and veterans, but they were all kind of clumped together of like the veterans that were in combat and not. So I didn't want to like research something and then tell you false facts when it isn't. So I decided to just cut out the combat because I couldn't find straight facts on that. So one of the things I researched was about the VA programs, and my original opinion about VA programs were not the greatest. I thought this topic I thought I knew a lot about this topic already from meeting so many veterans just saying how they hated, like, the programs and how they didn't get a lot of help, or, like, just things I learned or heard, and at first, when I heard the VA programs, I was expecting everything negative, like, that didn't help a lot, but in my surprise, and I learned that that's not true. The VA program has helped 1.9 million vets over the years, and through 2002 and 2015, they doubled their spending money and really packed in trying to help veterans, just trying to be normal people, trying to help them get education, time management, and all like the really important things like parenting when they got out of military, because a lot of veterans don't really know how to do that since military is so like strict and like protocols and very different from civil life. The thing that didn't really surprise me, sadly, was the quality of life of veterans. I knew it was sad because a lot of veterans I already knew went homeless or committed suicide, and when I researched more about it, my assumptions and knowledge on it was right. Um, about 20 vets per day commit suicide, which I think is just awful. The VA program does try to help veterans feel less isolated, but they don't help a lot. About 60 to 80% of veterans who go out of military actually have no jobs ready for them, or like have no jobs lined up because they never went to college or anything, because they just straight into there, and they think life would be so much easier, like they could use some of their military knowledge, but it's actually false, and many hirers won't hire veterans because they think they're broken or just dangerous, which I think is just really evil. One topic that got me really frustrated about learning about this that I really wanted to know was about prosthetics, because that was my main thing about injured veterans. I want to learn about like prosthetics and like, does the VA help for that? Do they pay for that? Which I did get an answer. The VA do pay for prosthetics, but that's all I got. I wanted to know if uh, how good were the prosthetics, like how expensive were they, like how much the VA would pay for them, were they comfortable, like how good was the quality, and do like they get new ones, do they have to wait to get theirs? I was just not able to find like any of this information, which was really upsetting to me and like really frustrating because that was like one of the major focuses I really wanted to learn about. Feel like most assumptions are that people have, or assumptions that I had, that veterans are treated, or like not treated, but don't have a lot of, they do have benefits, but not a bunch. And the benefits they do have, they aren't treated nicely. The VA programs aren't the greatest. Um, just really bad stuff. I'd say like things I thought, like VA programs don't help at all, aren't as many programs out there, and just no funding for them. Which some of it is true, but not a lot of it. Like the VA programs are really trying their best. They've really increased their effort. Um, and I can't say fully about the funding, but to me it seems like a lot of money. But since I don't really know or live on that salary, I can't really say. But I feel like it's better. And finally, do they have access to unalienable rights, or their unalienable rights? To me, I don't fully think so. But that's my opinion because I feel like since they have so many mental issues and they come back with like pains or like physical pains, mental issues, just a lot of psychological damage, I don't think they can live the happiest as they can, especially with all of the people who go against them, especially employers, citizens. They don't really feel like part of society fully. They're always on edge. If I was living in that position, I don't think I'd be able to achieve happiness. And that's why probably a lot of them commit suicide. So, in my opinion, I do not think they have full access to them. But then again, I think other people could also argue that they do because I'm not sure if that fully obtains that. But that was what I did. That's That's all I learned of what it means to be an injured veteran in America. Thank you.